Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Formula Fun podcast with me, Sinead.
And me, Jay. How we doing?
Yeah, we're good. How's it going your end?
All good, all good, all good. I'm very excited because Formula One is back this weekend.
Back. We're in Miami.
We are. Miami. What's the set?
Do you know what I've noticed?
Vice City.
What? Yes, noticed? Vice City, yes. A lot of the teams, when they have special merch, it seems to be Miami themed.
There's a lot of hype around it.
Yeah. I only know this because there was a girl on YouTube who did this hilarious video where she ranked the single worst piece of merchandise in each team.
Right.
And nearly all of them were the one that was from Miami because it was like, you know, Hawaiian shirts or like this really garish helmet.
They go for that like Miami Vice vibe, don't they? But all the teams do it, like graffiti-esque and just like wacky colours. And, it's class. We're back. So back, which is lovely. And we're going to watch a continuation of Mercedes running away with the championship. It's going to be really boring to watch. Joking! It's going to be great. But before we get into that, and before we get into all things Miami, I set Sinead a little task last week.
You did?
A little task because the Bahrain and the Saudi Grand Prix were both cancelled due to all the ongoing issues in the Middle East. So therefore I said, you know what? Watch some highlights. And there were two races that I asked Sinead to watch. One was the 2014 Bahrain Grand Prix, and the other one was the 2020 Sakir Grand Prix. So, Sinead, you want to go with 2014 and tell everyone what happened and what it was like?
Okay, yes I do want to do that. So, it was pretty scintillating, I'm not going to lie. There was a very interesting 1-2 battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton. At one point it looked like they were the only two cars on the track because they were so far ahead of everybody else. And I remember describing a few weeks ago when we were watching Leclerc and Hamilton in the Ferraris sort of having a battle of overtaking for a few laps, and it was kind of very cinematic, and it reminded me of that. It was almost like they were doing a dance like along the track, sort of interweaving and overtaking. So I really enjoyed that because I haven't seen much of that in the time that I've been watching F1, which is very recently with the ground effect era and those cars being slightly bigger and slightly heavier. I've never really seen much of the earlier era that happened before that. So I can see now, the reason why I'm saying that is I can see now why people were a bit mad about the changes that happened after that time. And as well as that, I can see now why people are a bit mad about what's happening this time, because the overtaking that's happening now is kind of superficial as compared to what they were doing back then, which is genuinely getting ahead and then the other person going, nope, I'm going to go ahead of you.
It was like the racing 101 rules, but it was just very much a case of it was all about different racing lines. Now, there was still things in regards to energy, and back then you could turn your engine up, and what had happened is that Bahrain Grand Prix was quite early on in the season, and this was the first time. So 2014 was the new regulation change to a hybrid engine. So they weren't as screaming and as ear-piercingly loud. They were a lot quieter, but this was like Mercedes. The whole point of Lewis Hamilton signed with Mercedes was because of the 2014 season. With the new hybrid engines, they were ahead of the curve, like they are this time again. And it sort of went, and it was the first time where Mercedes sort of went, right, let's really show everyone how much power we actually have. And like you say, they just took off from the rest of the field.
Yeah.
And it was just Lewis and Nico dicing for position. One of them had older tyres, I think, so that would cause a bit of drama as well. And it's interesting because I think whoever came on top of that race, and as you know, and sorry viewers, spoiler, Lewis Hamilton won.
12-year spoiler.
Yeah, but Lewis Hamilton won, and then that sort of carved his way to being like, oh no, I'm the front running driver here at Mercedes, and then the rest is history in terms of he then went on to win 6 World Championships. So therefore, if that race had been different, like, would it have changed the outcome? Would Lewis Hamilton have been like really dejected that he lost it? He sort of felt that he should have won, and he goes into himself and gets, because we know he wears his heart on his sleeve. So yeah, I think that was a really pivotal race. Something that I think draws a bit of a parallel to now versus then. 2014. I do that a lot. 2014, cars went through this new regulation change. 2026, the cars have just gone through a new regulation change.
Yes.
And you see at the start of like a new rules era, there's a lot of fighting and dicing on track. Now, all the races in 2014 were not like that race in Bahrain, because the cars and the teams started to understand how to manage the energy better and how to get the most out of the cars and what the quickest way from lights to flag would be for the whole race. So then it became a little bit more processional. So, and it was the same in 2022 with these with the ground effect era. The first year, or the first half of the first year, was very much like it was Charles Leclerc and Verstappen going hammer for tong, like trading position left, right, and centre. And then after a while, it was like, oh no, Red Bull's just going to be quicker. So are we in? So basically, what I'm saying is, we could be in for the same sort of thing with this regulation change. Halfway through the season, all the teams get on top of it, and it will become a little bit more processional. But right now is a really good time to watch it, because that's when all the exciting stuff happens. You can see lots of overtakes.
Yeah. So another fun thing was to see Daniel Ricciardo on track. In what you might say was his prime, his prime racing years. Got into a few scrapes about watching him and Vettel, I think it was, sort of in a similar battle further down the track. It was nice to see, because I haven't seen much of Ricciardo on track. The most I've seen is clips of him from Drive to Survive.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Interesting. I will bear that in mind, because there's some other good races that I okay, yes, so that is the 2014 Bahrain Grand Prix. I also asked you for a bit of homework, and well done for doing some homework. 2020 Sakir Grand Prix. Firstly, why was it called the Sakir Grand Prix?
Right, I don't know why. Because in the commentary, Crofty referred to it as the Bahrain Grand Prix. He said toward the end, so I don't know if that was a slip of his tongue, maybe. Why was it? Tell me.
Did you notice anything different about the track?
Well, do you mean apart from the fact that it was really eerie to watch because there was nobody there?
And why was there no one there?
Because of the pandemic, of course.
Right. So what they did is they held 2 races back to back in Bahrain. They did it at a couple of places. They did it in Silverstone. They did it in Austria. So in Austria, it was the Austrian Grand Prix, then it was the Styrian Grand Prix. In Silverstone, I think it was the Silverstone Grand Prix, then I think it was the Great Britain Grand Prix. I could be wrong, that might be complete. It's the 75th, I'm not going to go on record as saying what I think it is, because I can't remember. And then in Bahrain, they did the Bahrain, followed by the Sakir Grand Prix. But the interesting thing about Bahrain is that they changed the circuit layout. The circuit layout is different in the Sakir Grand Prix than it was in the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's more of like a box shape, rather than it going sort of in and having a bit more of a
lot of
layout.
Twists and turns.
Yeah. But tell me what you thought
So
of the race.
wait, are you saying that they changed the layout of it overnight?
In a week.
In a week?
Maybe 2 weeks.
That's still really impressive. Wow.
Maybe 2 weeks, but yes.
So they all just hunkered down in Bahrain for 2 weeks. And then
all the roads are already there in terms of like the track layouts. Whenever you see like a bird's eye view of a track layout, think of Silverstone. There's like 4 different circuits that they
you
do
can
in
see like
terms of
other roads that are sort of veering off in different directions.
Exactly.
If that were me, I would definitely turn the wrong way. I mean, lol, if it were me, I wouldn't even get up at the start line in a Formula 1 car. notice was how eerie it was. You know, it was a bit. I remember watching a couple of football matches during that time as well. You know, they didn't put many on, but the ones they did manage to put together, it was kind of weird watching the teams play with no atmosphere, no chanting, no clapping, no cheering. Although what was cool was that you could hear what the players were saying to each other, which you don't get a lot, or at least you could hear it a lot. Yeah, so that was great. So yeah, that was obviously the first thing I noticed had absolutely nothing to do with racing. Very good. The second thing I noticed was, where the hell is Hamilton? Because obviously Hamilton was famously at his peak in 2020 driving for Mercedes, coming off of he was already a 4-time world champion at that stage.
At this time he's won seven.
Right, okay, so 7 already. Oh yeah, because he didn't win 2021. I'll talk about it. So I was like, where's Hamilton? And then I thought, okay, Hamilton has COVID? Yes. Okay. And Bottas was there, driving as the 3rd driver for Mercedes with George Russell. What?
Bottas was Lewis Hamilton's teammate in 2020. Russell stood in for Hamilton for his very first, he was called up from Williams to Mercedes a day before the race. He couldn't fit into the cockpit of Lewis Hamilton's car because he's so tall.
Oh my god.
And they had to do everything they can just to squeeze George Russell into this. He then qualified, I want to say 3rd, but then took the lead almost immediately. And everyone was like, oh my god.
So I deliberately didn't research around the race because I just wanted to let you know what my takeaways were based on what I watched and nothing else.
That was George Russell's first race for Mercedes, and he found out 2 days before the race.
And he nailed it. I mean, okay, so he did actually. Because I was the one sitting there thinking, oh, Bottas is doing really well here as the reserve driver. So, for the first bit of the race, George Russell's in the front and Bottas is in second. So either way, having a reserve driver for a team be in the top 2 for a portion of the race is already quite unusual. Usually if it's a reserve, they're a back marker and they're just sort of getting their laps in and stuff like that. So no Hamilton, which gave George his premier race, and he was doing quite well. Then we also had people like Ocon up near the front, which you don't really see now. The biggest takeaway I had was Perez, who started the race at the very back.
He started quite high up, but he had a crash with Ferrari, I think, of Charles.
Which we'll get into, yes. So, Charles Leclerc drove into Max Verstappen, and Perez also got clipped in that collision. So Max was out of the race, and Charles was too. Yes, he was. Yes. And Perez was clipped, so therefore ended up at the very back because he had to go and get his car. He put his car in the garage, did a little MOT, got it fixed together, and went back out. And then during the safety car, Mercedes did a double pit stop, and they absolutely effed it up. So they put Bottas's tyres on George by accident because George pitted first. And then George left, Bottas came in, and they took about a minute to
work it out.
Yeah, that was painful to watch. And then George had to come back in again to get his tyres off.
Then he got a puncture or something. He worked his way up into the lead twice.
Yeah, yes.
And then he got a puncture, and he was like, oh my god. But really quickly, I'm actually gonna. So there was a little bit more controversy, however you want to say it, before the race, because Mercedes reserve drivers were Stoffel Van Dorn and Nick de Vries. So they probably expected to get the call up to be like, hey, you're going to drive the Mercedes this week. Okay,
Some-
yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, yet another example of Toto Wolff's instincts for young drivers shining through. Because that would have been a big decision for him.
It was really, like, I was gutted for George. Like, I felt like he did everything right. But it just wasn't the day he wanted to. But had that race not happened and had Perez not won, because here's also another heartbreaking thing. At the end of that season, Perez was being let go by Racing Point to make way for maybe Ian Vettel. But maybe he was being let go. And what I found really upsetting was that about 2 years before this, Force India, which was now at this point Racing Point, because we used to Force India, then it turned to Racing Point. There was a whole kerfuffle with the owner of Force India, and as it transitioned to Racing Point, Perez paid a lot of money to make sure the team could still go.
Right.
And then this was sort of how they repaid. No, it's not how they repaid. Obviously, every driver's time at the team was ending for whatever reason, and that they were letting him go, and everyone was like, the end of the 2020 season, Perez doesn't have a seat at the end of the season, and he's performing so well. It was the pink Mercedes, everyone loved it because they just said that they just basically copied everything that Mercedes did, and they also had a Mercedes in the back of it, engine-wise. And everyone was just like, how has Perez not got a seat next year? This is awful. And obviously, we also had the issue with Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon not being able to like match up to Max Verstappen in a Red Bull. And then in Drive to, I don't know if you remember this, but in Drive to Survive, Christian Horner's like, I'm going to make a phone call, and he calls Perez, and he's like, welcome to Red Bull Racing, Perez. And that is the story of how. So if Perez didn't win if Perez didn't win that race, he might have been out. He wouldn't have had the phone call.
He wouldn't have caught the attention of the other team principals. Yeah.
I also made a mistake earlier and said it was Stoffel Van Dorn and Nick Vries that were the reserve drivers for Mercedes. That was wrong. That was 2021, 2020. The reserve drivers, just in case anyone hates me for it, in 2020, the reserve drivers were Stoffel Van Dorn and Esteban Gutierrez.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. So well done.
Thank you.
Do you feel more educated?
I do, yes. It was, I really enjoyed watching it and seeing some drivers that aren't on the grid anymore, kind of giving it their all on the track.
Yeah. Do you want another one for next week?
Yeah.
Okay. 2011 Canadian Grand Prix.
Okay.
I'm just giving you like proper like facts.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely. Okay. Should we move on to a bit of news?
Yeah.
Bit of news, right. Firstly, Turkey's back, which I am really happy for because Turkey's a class race. Have you ever seen a race of Turkey?
So, I mean, I think we both know the answer to that.
Well,
when was the last time Turkey? Is it Istanbul?
Yeah. 2020.
Oh, I wanted to say it before we move on. So, another big deal was the the 2020 race that we've just talked about, which was the Sakir Grand Prix. Ocon got his first podium, and someone else got their first podium. Mr. Lance Stroll came third.
Yes, he did. I'm going to really burst your bubble there. It wasn't his first podium.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, good for him.
Might have been his second.
Good for him, you know.
Yes, very good for him. Very good for him. Yeah.
Has he had a podium since?
He came. No.
No, didn't think so.
No.
So it was his last podium to date.
He came third in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I want to say in 2018, but it might have been 2017. I can't remember. And he was one of the youngest drivers to ever get a podium. So good old Lance. Will we ever see him on a podium
But it's another
again?
example of how when races go awry for the big dogs, you know, for Mercedes.
Yeah.
You had the Mercedes F up, and you had Charles Leclerc driving into Max, and those two events resulted in further back drivers getting a chance at the apple, as it were. So.
Yeah, those are the races where you're like, this is class. someone like is fast. I remember there's the Hungarian Grand Prix, 21, might have been 20, and Lewis Hamilton starts on pole. He's the only car on the grid because every other driver went in and changed tyres because it was drying and it dried up.
Right.
And then Hamilton was like, oh, cool, started on wets and track dry. Drove all the way around for the first lap, then pitted. By the time he came out of the pits, he was dead last. So seeing races like that where a really fast car comes through the field, but yes, when there's like a bunch of drivers have been taken out and you're like, oh, this could be anything. That's when it gets,
It's like Silverstone last year. That was one of my favourite races. When loads and loads of cars just...
Yes.
That was the one where Hulkenberg came third.
Hulkenberg got the podium. Yeah. Anyway, news. Turkey is back. So the last on the calendar was 2020. It is the venue where Lewis Hamilton won the 7th World Championship. It's a really, really cool track. The last time they were there, something was weird with the tarmac and they were driving on ice. If you actually want to watch it, 2020 Turkey Grand Prix is wild because it started wet, but none of them had any grip. Everyone is just spinning off.
Can you send this to me in a text?
Yes.
You don't have to do it right now.
No, I'm just making a note. Good, really good racetrack. Lots of very exciting races happen there in Turkey. I remember the Red Bull coming together when it was back in the day of Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel. In the same race, Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button nearly came together. There's been really good races in in Istanbul. And I'm very excited for them to come back on the calendar next year. Which has also prompted a question from a viewer.
Yes.
And the question is, if... It's going to be really hard for you. If you could bring any track back onto the calendar, what would it be?
Yes.
Shall I go first?
Well, I have a sort of an answer, which is that 2 years ago there were 2 tracks in Italy.
Yep.
Imola and Monza. And this year there's only one, which is Monza. So, in my naivete and lack of knowledge, I'm going to say Imola.
Imola's a cracking track.
Imola come back.
Imola's a very good track. From what I understand, they need to update the facilities and the pit lane because it's too small to house what the Circus Formula 1 is now. But the track itself, amazing. It's also the venue where we sadly lost Ayrton Senna in 1994, and a whole host of other accidents happened that weekend, horrible. But in terms of a track, it's up there. It's very good. It's very tight and narrow, but it's a racer's track. I would love to see the Malaysian Grand Prix back. Really, it always produced an exciting race, but mostly because there was just a monsoon halfway through.
Right.
Based on where it is and the time of year it used to be. So maybe not during monsoon season because there's been quite a few times when races have stopped. But it's a very, very cool track and promotes a lot of overtaking. I think it would be very good back. Money, I don't know if you want to, but so yes, Turkey's back next year. Exciting.
For any listeners that don't know this, Jay and I both live in Northern Ireland. I'm from here, as you can probably hear, and Jay moved here to be with his darling wife, who is my best friend, who also is from here. Would there ever be an F1 track in Ireland? Do you think? Would that even be possible? I mean, you can't I don't expect you to know immediately, but in your, have you ever thought about it? Would it? No, you haven't. Right. Okay. So your homework for next week.
Well, I guess
is to think seriously about where would an Ireland track be, and what would have to happen for it to be a thing? No, you
find
have to go away and think about it. You're not allowed to tell me now.
Okay.
Right.
Is it a street track?
What's the other option?
Build a circuit.
Yeah, then let's say a street track. That could be fun.
Okay. Do you want to know a fun
Lots
fact?
yeah.
This is such a fun fact that only you, and if anyone else over here listens, might find a little bit interesting.
Okay, go
Otherwise,
ahead.
The European Grand Prix of 1920, I want to say 7, was held next to my house.
In Jersey?
No, Ballyquet. So there's
where you live now? Right.
There's a road that goes up to somewhere called Ballyrobert. Everywhere over here is called Bally. It means small town. I don't get it either. There's a road that goes up to Ballyrobert, and then you take a right, which then brings you on to something called Longshot, which is the road that takes you to the airport, and then you take another right. And it's basically a triangle. And in Ballyrobert, there's a big stacking of the cars of one with a driver in it, and it was an Egyptian prince that won the race.
Okay, that is super fun fact, and it's your job to do the fun fact today. You should have gone with that.
Damn it!
Right, cut on this out, and then you can do it at the end.
Yeah, I might just copy and paste. Anyway, next up, the FIA. We mentioned this last week. They met up a couple of times with the driving team to discuss the rules because safety-wise and also just everyone being happy-wise, racing-wise, people weren't happy. So they've met. I have had a look at these rules and the changes, and I don't understand anything. And I've watched this sport for over 20 years, and I'm like, nope, it's very confusing.
Okay.
So I think the proof is going to be in the pudding, and
Sure.
we'll see what the racing's like this week. Have
It's a
you?
good thing that the teams have engineers and stuff that they can rely on for this sort of thing.
It's things like, instead of 3.5 kilowatts, we're only going to give them 2.7. I'm like,
Right.
what does that mean?
Okay, well, if even you are struggling to get it, I doubt very much that I will have anything.
Yeah, but that's like the sorry state that Formula One find. I've got a question. Have Formula One shot themselves in the foot?
With the new regulations and then changing them, and then
No, just with the new regulations. They're just too complicated. Like, they're too complicated for us to understand. Like, the whole thing about, like, this pressing a boost button to get round. They had that in, like, 2011, 29, 20...
Okay. 29?
2009? Yeah, sure. And it was called KERS. It was Kinetic Energy Recovery System. And it was a button that you press and it gave you a little bit of extra power, electrical power. And they've just gone so much further down that route. But it seems like the cars are going to have to be 2 and a bit seconds slower per lap now.
Yeah.
Because in order for the engine to do its job better. It's too confusing and it's making me a little bit sad because I think moving on to a bit of other news, it is potentially bringing another manufacturer into it, which I've just read, which I find bonkers.
Oh, okay.
BYD.
What's that stand for?
Build your dreams.
Right. It's good that you jumped in there because I was going to say something dirty. Build your dreams?
Have you not seen them?
Sounds like a charity for young children or something.
Right. There's a car manufacturer, it's relatively new. BYD. I've seen it. I think there's a Seal. There's a Seal car, and they do others. And there's an article saying that there's a Chinese company.
Of course.
They're thinking about joining Formula One. They make 100% electrical cars. It's like Tesla.
Right.
So why are they thinking about joining Formula One? Join Formula E.
Yeah. I agree with you there. I don't think I have any funny devil's advocate to play for this one. For those of you who are just listening, Jay has led back in his chair with his head in his hands. He looks like a man defeated. Yeah. So the rule regulations that they have agreed on, when do those come into effect? Straight away? Okay, now that is mental.
It's like they've only got a certain amount of boost available now, and they've only got a certain amount of energy from the battery pack. And
okay, so fundamentally the operation of the car hasn't changed. It's just...
Oh no, we won't see anything different. It's just how the
okay.
mechanics of the engine and the battery work. It'll be all software things.
Right, yeah. Well, at least they've given the drivers an extra 30 minutes to practice, so I'm sure that'll make a huge difference.
Because it's a sprint weekend.
Yes, so they only have one free practice.
Yeah, let's change all the rules, and we only have an hour. We'll give you an hour and a half.
Yeah.
To figure it out. I did get some news the other day though. One of my very closest friends has just got a job with Decaf.
No way! Funny, one of the girls that I teach singing to, her sister works for Red Bull. Like in Red Bull F1, not Red Bull, the energy drinks company.
I think that we should set ourselves a little tournament fund goal that by the end of 2027 that we go to
By finding a contact in our network that knows somebody who knows someone.
Yeah, we'll film those really fun content.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we'd be so good at that. Yeah. One of us would be really good at that.
I'll be the cameraman. You can do the...
Yeah, that works. That works.
Have you got any more news?
Just to clear up, I meant you.
Me what?
I meant you'd be really good at it, not me.
Yes, we'd be really good at it. If anyone wants to give us some sort of sponsorship deal to do that, that'd be great. Anywho, have you got any other news?
Audi have named the new racing director.
They have.
Yes, a guy called Alan McNish, which, based on that name alone, is he Scottish? Maybe.
He is Scottish.
Yeah, well, there we go. Don't know anything else about him. Haven't done any research.
Perfect. Some dude called from Scotland and just went, do you want to come
based on reading his name, I can deduct that he is Scottish.
Some Scottish dudes come to okay.
He's probably quite sound.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm sure he is. I hear he likes a curry. No, I don't know. I'm just throwing random things out there because we don't know anything about him. He is a Formula 1 driver. He drove for Toyota in 2002. He also drove for... I'm going to get it wrong. He's driven for Audi. I'm pretty sure he's driven for Audi in Le Mans. And I think he won it at some point.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, sure. He's been a part of the Audi F1 project from like afar, but then he has stepped into.
Yeah.
He's been a part of the Audi F1 project for a while since it was like being built up, and I know that he's been like a spokesperson for it and things. And he's now just stepping into the role of racing director, which means that Mattia Bonotto is stepping into team principal role, which was what Jonathan Wheatley was doing.
Yep, and Mattia Bonotto was at Stake Sauber,
yes. Well, Stake Sauber
and he was at Ferrari before that.
Stake Sauber is Audi.
Is Audi? Sorry, my bad. I'm just picturing him in a lime green t-shirt. But before that, he was at Ferrari for a while.
And he got let go for Red Bull. Yeah. Cool. Yes, Alan McNish. He's Scottish. Done. Finally, this week is the Miami Grand Prix. Should we do our prediction?
Yes.
Or do we do qualifying first? I can't remember. Let's do predictions. Let's give them something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Miami Grand Prix. Coming in last place is Valtteri Bottas. That's a lie. Not coming in last place. Qualifying last. It's qualifying last. I am going to put Valtteri Bottas.
Okay.
You're not allowed to choose the same, but it's my turn to go last this week.
Okay.
Who are you going for?
I am gonna say last. Colapinto. I told you, I'm taking risks, yeah? Because otherwise, it's just going to be, oh, Lance Stroll, okay, yeah. No, I'm not saying Lance Stroll. Yeah.
Okay. Colapinto for last, let's see. Pole position. I am going for not a Mercedes driver. I'm going for Oscar Piastri, McLaren, because they are bringing a brand new car this week, and I think.
Okay.
Who are you going for?
I am going to go for Leclerc.
Ooh. Spicy. I like it. Best of the rest. I am going for Oliver Behrman.
And I'm not allowed to pick him, am I not?
No.
Okay. Pierre Gasly.
Yeah. Lovely. In first place, our top 5. Fifth, I have Charles Leclerc.
Okay, I'm going to say Verstappen.
Ooh, I'm loving these.
These absolutely unhinged guesses.
Fourth place, I think he's going to have a bit of a dip. I'm going for Antonelli.
Okay, interesting. Yes, that is interesting. Okay, I am going to say Hamilton.
Third place. Providing he gets out of your office, I've gone for George Russell.
I am going for Leclerc because he started in pole, didn't he? So, yeah.
And then for first place, I think Piastri's going to hold on to the lead and do what he couldn't do in China.
And I have to stick with my guns and say George Russell.
Okay. For everyone that has been keeping a very close eye on the Formula Fun Championship, it's currently Sinead with 13 points and Jay with 28. So we'll see how this week goes. Lovely. Right. Cool. Formula Fun fact.
We do, I think we're supposed to finish with the Formula Fun fact. Like at the
Are
end.
we?
Yeah.
And my Formula Fun fact.
You're just
really
annoyed because your Formula Fun fact is more formula than it is fun. That's alright.
Right. In that case, Quizifying.
Yay.
So,
Quizifying. I'll go first. In 2016, in Monte Carlo, a Formula One driver saved a child from drowning. Who was it? Oh, you don't know?
No idea. A Formula One driver saved a child from drowning.
Yep.
Yeah. Any clues or just tell me?
Well, it was in 2016, and it was somebody who was driving at the time.
Perfect.
I guess it's a bit of a wishy-washy clue, but if you think about the personalities of the drivers, who strikes you as the sort of person that would put their life at risk for a child?
Kimi Räikkönen.
right, then you get to have a real answer. What is he like famously a
He's famously well, not famously, he just drinks a lot.
Right.
Doesn't really care about anything.
Right.
But that's also why we love him. Can I have a team?
No.
I don't even know if that's going to help me. That gives me
whittles it down to
50-50%.
2 people.
It gives me a 50-50%.
No, sorry, Jay. No, I'm always giving you caveats and options. Not
You
this
don't know
time.
what you don't know what team you're going to do.
I actually do.
Right, okay.
Do. And you know what? I'm not going to say it anymore because I'm going to dog myself in it.
Okay. I have not got the question right. And this week I have got the question wrong because I have absolutely no idea. But I don't want you to tell me, and I want you to give me a team so I can try and remember who drove that team. So this is how much I want to be tested.
Okay. The team he drove for in that year was Mercedes.
2016 was Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton.
Correct.
So I think that Nico Rosberg saved a child. Okay. Really?
Yes.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, I'll send you the article.
Is there a story? Yes.
Yeah. He, there was... Do you want me to tell you it now? Or I'll... Yeah. Okay, so he was in Monte Carlo and he had his 7-month-old daughter, Alaya, on a jetty. And he left her in her cot to dive into the water to save a 5-year-old boy who had been towed away in an undercurrent. His parents hadn't noticed. And 2 of the boy's friends alerted the parents, and by the time they had made them aware, Rosberg was already driving the boy ashore. Wasn't that also the year that he won the championship? Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
I enjoyed that very much. It wasn't during the race, was it? It just happened to be in Monte Carlo.
No, it just happened to be in Monte Carlo because all the F1 drivers are like only live in Monte Carlo or Monaco.
Yeah, tax reasons. My quizifying question. This is the Miami Grand Prix this week. Can you name me the driver who won their first ever Grand Prix at the Miami Grand Prix?
I mean, I'm assuming that it's not some random like driver that I've never heard of.
Oh no, it's recent.
No, it's recent.
The Miami Grand Prix has only been going since 2022.
Piastri. Damn it.
Lando Norris.
Oh, I knew it was one or the other. God darn it.
God damn it. Yeah. Lando Norris won it in 2024.
Or
And then he won the championship in 2025. So
Yeah.
quite a step up. Very, very good. Very good, Lando.
well done, Lando. Well done.
Come on, Lando. And also, come on, Lando. Like, let's show a bit more metal this year. Like, let's try and get like this next race. Try and get a podium. If you can get, what did I say? Third. If you can get third, I'd be really proud of you.
I'm sure he
I
really
know
cares what we think.
He is going to
He's
listen to
listening.
this.
Yeah.
Lando, love you, man. Okay, time for my Formula Fun fact.
I cannot wait.
The Miami Grand Prix, the inaugural Miami Grand Prix, was in 2022, and it had the largest audience for a live F1 broadcast ever.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, you're not even going to tell us how many people it was?
2.6 million.
What? That is a lot. Wait, so it was the live broadcast had a viewership of 2.6 million
On average.
on average.
So it's the largest F1 broadcast ever on US. This is US television. This
Right. Oh,
is
okay.
US.
Right.
Just in the US.
Yeah.
So like, considering the Formula One,
It's not
I
really
feel
that.
like it's had it wasn't, but it's really grown since the Drive to Survive thing. It's been great. Lovely.
There we go. It wasn't that
With
bad.
that,
That was fun. Yeah.
it wasn't but I don't bring the fun, do I? Because I think it's time to box, Sinead, which means go to the bits. And you have been listening to before we say that, please like, rate, subscribe,
Yes,
download,
please.
do everything you can.
Please keep
because,
doing it.
We're doing this every week, and it's about a 45-minute episode, but it takes like 3 hours to put together and upload. So please, give it, if you have listened to it,
Give
just
it a go.
drop us a like.
Tell all your friends.
Tell your friends. Post it on Reddit, even if you hate it.
God, please don't say that.
We're going to do it by a season, and we're going to see where we're at, and whether we've wasted every Monday of
It's not
our
a
year,
waste.
or whether
We've enjoyed it. We've
We've enjoyed it. We
Yeah.
have had fun. It's been formula fun. Anyway, wow. It's time to box. You've been listening. Thank you so much for doing so. The Formula Fun podcast,
Where Jay brings the formula.
and Sinead brings the fun. Have a wonderful week, everybody. See you in Miami.